lovelies, and welcome to a sassy Vlogmas day, whatever it is. We have a few things in the beauty box to open today. I've got lots of tidying up to do. I'm in charge of dinner. Hubby did cook a chicken on Friday night. We had roast chicken with just some salad and some little roast potatoes. And I'm going to strip the chicken off the carcass. I'm going to make a stock. And I'm going to split the meat into two, what's left. I'm going to do a chicken and bacon pasta bake type thing today with lots of peppers and tomatoes in it. And then the other bit of chicken on Tuesday, I'm going to make a risotto with the stock. So might show you what I've bought from Aldi when I come back. Pleased it's 10:30 and I've been and done my shopping already and back. So Aldi opens at 10. I was there bob on. I think they'd opened a little bit early. Did all my shopping and I'm just home, just about to unpack it. Excuse the mess down that end of the table. Hubby doing work and looks like he's having these for breakfast. He's popped back from his work to do some stuff in his office. Anyway, this is what I have bought. It cost me about £66. I'm going to be doing chicken and bacon pasta bake today. I might show you the highlights of me cooking that, and I'm making a chicken stock from the carcass of some chicken that hubby roasted the other day. So onions for the stock, garlic for the stock and the pasta. I'm going to add this into my stock too. Carrots. I've got one of these little cocktails I might have tomorrow night. Passata for my pasta. Wine to go into the stock and the chicken bake. Red wine for hubby, white wine for me. Needed olive oil, parsley to garnish our pasta bake, a melon, some tomato puree, lemons, 3 tins of chopped tomatoes. Thought hubby might need a sweet treat, so I bought him some donuts. Another thing of passata, just plain in case I haven't got enough in the big jar. Some easy peelers, bananas, peppers for the pasta bake. Wonky blueberries, bacon for the pasta bake, mozzarella and parmigiano for the pasta bake, and rigatoni, apples, bananas, parsley, rosemary, broccoli, celery, tomatoes, and there we have it. Got all of this meat off the carcass. I'm just going to weigh it and then halve it. So I've got half for my pasta bake and half for the risotto. So I've got 403 grams, that's not bad. So 200 grams, I'm going to really bulk out the pasta bake with lots of vegetables. In here I have got the carcass. This will also give off a little bit of meat that I might be able to add. So I'm going to cover this in water and chop all my vegetables. Stocks are great ways of using up vegetables that are rotting in the bottom of your fridge. This isn't actually physically rotting, but it is, you know, not the best for cooking haute cuisine with. So I'm just going to take this dried up skin off the outside. You can see the inside is perfectly all right. I'm just going to chuck that into our stock. I've added a bit of salt, a bit of black pepper, cracked black pepper, a whole load of mixed herbs, fresh rosemary, a glass of white wine, and a yellow pepper that was rotting. All the carrots have sunk to the bottom, but I'm just going to leave this simmering very gently. I mean, it hasn't even come up to the boil yet, for a couple of hours at least. Stock is bubbling away. It's had about 30 minutes, at least an hour and a half to go. I've put far too much water in here. Carrots are all still sunk at the bottom, but it's better to have too much stock than not enough, you know. And then I've fried off the bacon for the chicken and bacon pasta. And then in here, to the base of my homemade tomato sauce, I've got a large onion chopped roughly, several cloves of garlic, and about 250 grams of chestnut mushrooms. Just going to fry those down until they're a bit more meaty, because I've only got 200 grams. This chicken and bacon pasta will do us for several meals. I think it's going to be huge. I think I've turned into a man. You know, when men are cooking, they use everything in the kitchen. I'll switch you over and show you the state of mine. I've got so much clearing up and washing up to do. So I decided this pot was far too big for the tomato sauce I was cooking, so I've transferred the chicken stock from this pot into here. I didn't bother washing it out because I thought the tomatoey, oniony flavours would just add to the stock. And then this is what I've got so far in here. This is my mushrooms, onions, there's a few chilli flakes, some garlic, tomato puree, a little bit of white wine, and now I'm going to add the passata and some water and cook it really slow for quite some time. So later on I will put these tomatoes, chopped tomatoes in, and all of these peppers I'm going to put in as well, so that my little sauce is chocker full of veg. I'm going to let this cook down first a little bit, or at least, yeah, let it do its thing. This has got a bit more room to move about now. That's had 2 hours now. Can you see how much it's reduced down? And just had a little taste. It's very rich. And yeah, I'm just going to leave that to cool for a little bit so that I can handle it later. Oh, that's better. I think it's time to have a coffee and a little sit down and a chat. So I got about just over 2 litres of stock, I think, in there. I'm going to pour it through a sieve with some kitchen paper in it to get rid of a lot of the dried herbs so it's a bit clearer. This I'm chucking, I can't be bothered to go through that. This I'm chucking, there's a little bit of meat to add to the risotto. This I'm going to whiz up, probably not now, probably tomorrow. Here it all is, mixed together, plenty of juices to absorb into the pasta. I'm going to cover it with mozzarella and parmesan and a little bit of panko breadcrumbs now. And into the oven it goes for about 30 minutes. Hello my lovelies. Oh, it is nice to sit down and have a little bit of coffee. Thank you so much for your kind comments on the vlog, the weekly vlog where I went to Leamington. If you have a chance to look at Beroluna's website, I'm not sponsored or anything. It is a lovely website if you can't get to Leamington, to their shop. I do look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards, but I've done quite a lot and I'm so glad I did it early doors because it's pouring with rain now. As you can see from the clock behind me, it is just coming up to 25 past 12. And yes, it's one of those December days where light is at a premium. Apologies if you can hear the dishwasher. I have done a lot of stuff. So I'll put on now bits and pieces from earlier this morning. It's just coming up to about 10 past 9, just gone 10 past 9. I've done all my planning. I'm feeling quite pleased with myself. I'm on my 3rd cup of tea. I've taken hubby one, I let him have a lie in. I took him one at about 8:30. Can you see the sun's trying to come out now? I'll give you a smudge round in a minute. Used this on my hair and it smelt absolutely delicious. I was quite mean, I only used like a 10p, 20p sized little bit, and it frothed really well. I don't know whether it's made any appreciable difference to my hair. I think, you know, you'd have to judge it over time, but it smelt lovely. I will have a little catch up with you when I come back from work. It will be dark probably, so apologies from that, or for that I should say. I hope you have a lovely Saturday morning. I've tried to persuade hubby to go to the farm shop we normally get our Christmas tree from to get our Christmas tree. He was going to do it Thursday, but things conspired against him and he's not in the mood, and I don't think they'll have any left, to be honest with you, so it might have to be a supermarket Christmas tree this year, which would be all right. It'll save a bit of money, but yeah, anyway, I'm going to drink my tea, put my boots on. I've got my sparkly top on because we're going out for our annual meal, which we normally have later after Christmas. Yes, I'll catch up with you later. But I must be getting old because I worry about the bins, and our recycling bins are normally collected on a Monday and it's a Saturday and they still haven't been collected. And Monday is due to be black bin, which is all your household rubbish, and gardening bins. Not that I think they take gardening bins between December and February. Yeah, so they're behind. I will be back later. So I'm very pleased that I've done the difficult bit of dinner. I just need to cook the pasta and stir everything together and put it in the oven. So that'll be a really lovely hearty dish. The stock is doing really well now. I don't know why I didn't put it in that big grey pot originally. I really do not know. I'm stupid. That's what I am. Anyway, last week, as you know, I went to Birmingham. And I haven't really told you about that. I put a little bit of footage of the cathedral market on now. had a really comfortable night's sleep in this bed. I don't know whether you can see it behind me. Oh, it was lovely. The linen is just sublime. I've had a shower, we've had breakfast. We're going to take our luggage to the car and just have a little mooch around the shops for a short amount of time. So yes, the only downside is that the whole exterior of the hotel is being improved. So there are workmen. I don't like to have blinds closed at night, and in our bedroom at home we're not overlooked. Here, although there are privacy nets at the window, there's scaffolding all the way around the hotel and the workmen. So yes, had to sleep with the blinds drawn. It looks like it is a glorious morning. We've had breakfast. The theatre was lovely last night. I'll tell you all about it when I get home. So as you saw there, it was hubby's treat to stay at the Hotel Divan. It is a lovely hotel and it's in the old eye hospital. And I was a little bit disappointed because I wasn't aware when I made the booking that they are having major renovation work, and I might have booked somewhere differently had I known that. Having said that, I have joined the Hotel Divan Club. I'm a member. It doesn't cost you anything, but you do get really good deals. And all of their hotels across the country are in unusual buildings. So we have stayed at the one in Harrogate when we've been to see our daughter in Leeds. But it would be nice to go to some of the other ones perhaps. I've never ever been to Brighton, and I think there is one in Brighton. The Cathedral Market was quite sweet. I didn't buy anything, but it was nice to see some handmade things. I don't know how much was genuinely handmade. Quite a lot of it, to be fair. And then, if you're vegetarian, turn away now. We went to Cow and Sow for dinner, and it was beautiful. To put it into perspective, it is quite expensive. And originally, when I looked at the menu, I thought we won't have a sharing steak because it's too expensive. But I think they sell all of their steaks by the weight, per 100 grams. And you actually go over to the fridge and choose your steak. And it worked out cheaper actually to do a sharing steak. So we had a steak that was 650 grams, there's no bone in it, and it was cooked medium rare. I put it on Facebook. So if you're friends with me on Facebook, I know a couple of you are. I think my niece said it's still mooing. It's just how we like our steak. And this particular steak, the picanha, was aged and it was just so tender. But you got two sides with it. So we had dirty mash, which was mash with creme fraiche. I think it got spring onions in it, cheese, bacon, and there was like a crumb on the top. That was really lovely. And then we had broccoli, leek and cauliflower gratin, which again was lovely and cheesy. And you got a choice of 2 sauces or butters. So we had like the blue cheese butter, and then there was a red wine and beef jus, which it was just lovely. So it was £65 for all of that for 2 of us, and then the wine on top. To put that into perspective, I went to Prezzo recently with a friend, and the food was very ordinary. The wine was very ordinary, and I would say it was £10 a head less than what I paid for this. So I was quite happy with that, really. Apologies if I've mentioned this already, but in day, I think it was 4, had this living proof shampoo. Now my hair, when I got up, it looked better than this, but I have been outside in the damp and I've been in a hot steamy kitchen, which is damp. This smelt beautiful. And when I got up this morning, my hair wasn't as mad professory as it usually is when I get straight out of bed. I don't know how much this is, but I will search it. And then I've done my nails with this. I think this was, just Oh, the coffee. I think this might have been day 3, I think. And it's held up pretty well. Given that I've just done a load of cleaning and washing up, this nail is chipped. I've got 3 coats on it, but I can just touch that up. I'm not going to take the whole lot off. Shall we do these now? It's a little bit of a mishmash today, and I don't know when I'm going to come back to you. I'm hopefully going to Birmingham with one of the ladies that I met on the yarn retreat last year and this year. Birmingham is kind of equidistant from where we both live, and hopefully I'm meeting up with her tomorrow. I've got a doctor's appointment at 8:30 in the morning, but there may be a bit of vlogging tomorrow for Tuesday. Oh, and Tuesday I'm home ahead and I'm so excited. And I had a lovely time at work yesterday, really lovely time. I was on it. I was really determined because we've got our show and tell on next Saturday, the 13th. It's the last Saturday of the term. And yeah, my pieces are finished. They're as good as they can be. And the one piece that I was worried about, it was the older group. They weren't in love with it. Last year and the year before, we did 2 amazing pieces, and it's really difficult to come up with something new, particularly as we've only got between 2 and 5 minutes. I stretch it out, but it's supposed to be 2 minutes. But we did some good work yesterday, and they were on it, and it was lovely. So I left feeling really happy, and yeah, carvery. Oh, I think after tomorrow, I need to have a week where I just eat broth. Let's open these, and then so that's day 7, that's no good. This says fresh, number 6. And I've decided I don't think I am going to buy any advents next year. I don't think I am. Because I think part of what I'm going to do in the new year, I'm not going to be a frugal channel. I like buying things too much, but I don't want to be over profligate. I don't want to over consume. So I am going to, I think, fill this up maybe at the end of January with little paper crafting projects to do every day. So I'm going to put things in each box and then put it away, and I'll completely forget about it. And every day I'll make something out of the things that are in that box. And if I don't put them in, I could put what the ingredients are for the card, if that makes sense. Oh no, I've bought cowshed. Excuse me. I bought cowshed for my daughter before because she's called Molly, my eldest daughter. We call her Molly Moo. So we used to do like anything with cows on, particularly Highland cows. And if I see anything with the word cow in it, I buy it for her. So this is calming bath and shower gel. Let's have a little sniff. That smells really nice, actually. Can you smell it? That is nice. So that's number 6. And number 7. Oh, overnight recovery mask. Is this for your hair? Percy and Reed. Do you know, I think we've got one of these salons in town. So this is an overnight mask. Give beauty sleep a whole new meaning with our intensive hair treatment. The thing is, I think these are all well and good. I don't like sleeping with things on my head. Do you know what I mean? I just don't like it. So I think what I might do is maybe one day get up really early and put it on and leave it on all, you know, for 12 hours or however long I'd be in bed, 8 hours or whatever. Because I don't think you need to be asleep for it to work. Let's see what this smells like. Oh, it's got one of those on it, but I can smell through the thing. It smells nice. So I think these are really good value, these beauty boxes from Marks and Spencer's. I need to do I'll try and do a roundup. So maybe on the day after Boxing Day, I'll do a roundup of everything that was in the box and how much the RRP was, and we'll see how much we've saved. The box itself I bought was £60, but you had to spend £30 to get it for that price. And I bought my boots, which I love. My boots were £75 or £79.99, and I've worn them a couple of times to work, but I don't want to spoil them at work, so I'm just saving them for best. And when I went to Leamington, the lady in the Danish clothing company said, oh, your boots are lovely, where are they from? And I said, Marks and Spencer's. And she said, no. I said, yeah. She said, they look really, really high end, and they do. I think it's to do with the colour. They're kind of like a reddy brown chestnut rather than a tan or a chocolate. So that's good. I was going to read you a little bit of something out of here. I've put some little markers in. Yes, I'm going to read you something actually. So Hygge is all about well-being, well, all year round, but particularly at Christmas and in the winter. So it says the best things in life are free. And indeed they are. What did I want to read from there? I don't know. I'm going to read something from here actually. Yes. So, bearing in mind that this was written some years ago. When was it published? Let me see if I can see. It's published by Penguin Life. First published in 2016. My mum will have picked this up in the works or something, and I bet you probably can get it in the works for like, I don't know, £3. Should have been £9.99. But it's a lovely book for a gift for a girlfriend. So it says, bring out the board games. We live in the age of Netflix, Candy Crush, and an endless supply of electronic entertainment. We hang out with technology instead of with each other. However, playing board games is still popular, in part because of the Hygge. Oh, and Karin Borenius, who lives in Sweden, said she thought my pronunciation was okay. Hygge. Every year, my friend Martin organises the mother of board games, a game of Axis and Allies. I don't understand that. Set in the Second World War, it is essentially a complex version of the game Risk, which I have played. The game usually lasts for about 14 hours, good over the holiday period. And Martin usually leaves his very understanding girlfriend in a hotel for the night. We make the evening into more than simply playing a game. There'll be classical music, mostly Wagner and Beethoven. I'm not a huge fan of Wagner, if any of you are classical music fans out there. I do like Beethoven. I grew up on Beethoven. My dad is a self-taught piano player. I got a degree in performing arts with music as my main subject. And my first study for the first 2 years of my degree was classical clarinet. And I particularly love Mozart because he wrote repertoire for the clarinet. The instrument had just been invented during his lifetime. But yeah, my dad loves Beethoven, and he taught himself to play some of the simpler Beethoven piano sonatas. And I'll tell you a story about that another day. Yeah. And smoke from cigars fills the room, so you can barely see our group of grown men in uniforms. Admittedly, we may take it to an extreme level, but we do it for the Hygge, being together. So board games. Bring out the board games. What board games are you going to play this year? No doubt when my girls are home, me and my 3 children will have a game of Monopoly. It does go on to say in that passage about board games that board games bring a sense of belonging, a sense of community and shared memories. And I do remember all 5 of us played Monopoly one year, and it was over the festive season, and I lost dreadfully. I think the first 2 or 3 times round the board, I never landed on a single property to buy. I kept getting go to jail, do not pass go, do not collect £200. And they were just laughing, and I was like, it's not fair. But talking of games, I popped into Waterstones in Birmingham, and I bought this pack of playing cards. I love Waterstones. I went to the one in Leamington, which is quite small. The one in Birmingham is huge. It's over 6 or 7 floors. And on the ground floor, there are lots and lots and lots of gifts, not just books. And I did say that I was obsessed with the illustrations of Angela Harding. There is a water bottle, actually, like a steel thermosy type one, that if I do go to Birmingham tomorrow, I might get as my big plastic bottle is not good for me. It's not good for the environment. But these look so lovely. And I don't know whether it's called Swallows and the Sea. And I think that every card is the same. Today's little Vlogmas is way longer than I thought it was going to be. Let's have a look. But there's a game that I've played with family members and with friends. It's called Diminishing Whist. It's a game for 4 people. Brand new pack of cards. Oh, there's an ace, look. The Ace of Spades. Yeah, beautiful. It would have been nice if there was more variety of design on them, but yeah. Let's have a look at a picture card. Can I find a picture card? They've all stuck together because they're new. They need breaking up. They're quite traditional on the designs, but beautiful box. So they slot in there like that, and then that goes over the top. Nice. I am going to love you and leave you now. I think my stock has had about an hour and a half. It's looking really good now, actually. And what I will do, I will pick out all of the meat. I'm going to be really, really, what's the word? Finicky. And I'm going to drain the liquid through a colander, through some kitchen paper, and collect all the stock. And then I might taste it and then put it back in the pan to add more seasoning. The vegetables, there's a lot of vegetables in there. I am going to put a little bit of stock with them and whiz them up, making sure there's no meat or chicken bone in there. Whiz that up as a basis for soups, and freeze that. And then the meat that looks all right, I will take out and keep to add to my risotto. So I feel really good today. I've done a lot and I know I don't look brilliant. Next time you see me will probably be Tuesday morning when I go to the hairdressers. So we will have another 2 little parcels to open. Thank you so much. Oh, and I'm ever so happy that we've reached 120 subscribers now. I know it's not a lot, but you are all lovely. Please do comment for me. Where are you from? What are you doing today? Why have you clicked on this mad woman's video? Anyway, bye now.